Hello. Hey, Lemon. How's it going? Hey, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for putting up with a couple of day hiatus. The Tuesdays are just usually not my good days, especially if it's a D&D day, just so I don't like totally destroy my voice, especially playing this where I'm reading every single line. And then once I just kind of wasn't feeling up to it, and then Thursday was like, well, something's doing the Summer Game Fest. I thought about co-streaming that Summer Game Fest, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, honestly, because there wasn't a lot that I was really that excited about beyond like the Turtles game. And I don't know, it was just one of those, nothing really hit my interest that much that I probably wouldn't have been like super hyped for it. So plus, like, my energy would have been gone by the like sixth space horror game in a row because I just kept showing them. Like, good lord, they kept showing those games. Yeah, the Turtles game is gonna be awesome. I'm so happy it's out in like 6 days at this point. I knew it was gonna be summer, but they're gonna go, oh, by the way, it's next week. I think that and the Quarry were about the only like big shadow drops. I'm excited for the Xbox one. I probably won't be able to co-stream that, but I'll be hanging out and stump stream for that. Hey Sarah, how's it going? Apparently there's still water on the bottom of my bottle because it's spilled some on my shorts, spilled some on my shirt, spilled some on the arm on my chair. But yeah, we're gonna get into chapter 5. I don't think I'll be able to do any pickup streams this weekend, unfortunately, so it'll probably be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll do 6, 7, 8, or we might just go through and do 7 and 8 at the same time, depending on how the story goes. Yeah, Shredder's Revenge. Out of nowhere, they're releasing it next week, next Thursday, for all consoles and Game Pass, so I might play it on here. I'm not like the biggest... Like, I liked the Turtles when I was a kid. It's not something I've like super followed. So it was really funny, like when Game Days, we did a Retropalooza, I think, which is a fan-made kind of shuffle game with stuff from like all of the old... It's your friend's birthday? Nice. Happy birthday to your friend on that day. And also 6-player online co-op is rad. But we were playing the I think it was called Retropalooza. It's a fan-made kind of shuffle of all of the older games, and you can play as kind of anyone from like any of the games, and even pulled some people from the cartoons and stuff. And it, to hear the people who really knew Turtles be like, oh, this is this, he's from this, and this guy, and he's just from the comics. It's just like, yeah, totally. Because I have no idea. Yeah, other than that, I'd have to like look at the list. I'm sure there was stuff that looked neat. Like, I'm excited for Neon White. That looks really, really rad. But like, nothing or I was like blown away. I have to go check this out. So I'm excited for the Xbox one when that comes out, to see if something wild comes out. I am a little disappointed at a leak that may or may not be true. If it's true, I'm going to be a little disappointed. The spoilers, I guess. They accidentally leaked an image that Forza Horizon 5, at least one of their DLCs, probably the first, which is kind of breaking their usual loop with this, is going to be Hot Wheels, which they did in Forza Horizon 3. So it's just Hot Wheels again. I honestly feel like Forza Horizon 5's a little underwhelming. It feels like they just put one out there to put one out there to tide people over, because I knew Forza Motorsport was taking a while, so it feels a little underbaked because it's so similar to 4. That if they have a very similar DLC to one of the other entries as well, it's just just going to continue that feeling for me of just being kind of underbaked. That's just my opinion. Like, it's mostly the fact that, like, all the menus are exactly the same. The font's slightly different, but that's about it. Like, it's just... I was just disappointed. Alright, I think let's get into this game, because I didn't do much interesting those last few days. D&D was fine. We wound up having to do a one-shot, because one of our party members was sick, which went fine. You know, it's going to be strange all over again whenever this campaign finishes. Probably won't be till like next year, but whenever this campaign finishes and we're down to back to like level 1 or wherever we start. But playing back down to level 3 after we've been playing levels 10 and 11, it was just like, look at all this cool stuff I could have, but I don't. And also I'm very squishy. And, you know, my pool of my one resource that I played a monk is super low. So I have to be very careful about what I pick to use, even though it's a one shot and it doesn't matter in the long run. Although our DM is great at making the one shots still be something related to the overall lore. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Let's play some games. Turn this down. Thankfully it didn't snap back up, which it'll do that sometimes. And get over here where it's been so long, it's sitting at that menu. Okay. Oh, I'm still in the same menu. Gosh, no. Well, I mean, it would have been the same, I guess, but I'm not going to change my metadata. We're good. We already have our save, so. Always let me know if you need anything a little louder or anything.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. Max has come and gone, and months of Pro Tour events are in the books. We're getting closer and closer to the main event. But all eyes are on tomorrow's charity show match at Pengy Paradise, where everybody's favorite laundromat crew takes on their arch rivals in Team P2W. In their debut match, they schooled Team P2W, putting them on the map. Will they make it 2 for 2, or will Valkyrie even the odds? With a cool $1 million in charity money on the line, not to mention the glory of a major spotlight event, the entire scene will be watching.
Love how no one has told Punchy to like step forward or anything to get rid of the green screen ghosting.
It all comes down to this, friends. Be sure to tune in to the Fight Shack stream tomorrow morning. Like, share, subscribe, punch the bell, and get ready.
Oh, we don't have to rate him this time. Okay, it's good. I don't wanna. Oh, good. We're starting with the drama music. This is always a good start. Oh, now I have my beeper up. There we go. Okay. It is the distant future year 20, and we are about to enter the Crucible of Fate. These are the moments that break lesser competitors, high-stress combat scenarios, the kind that melt willpower like a candle under a blowtorch. Where we are now, on this war-torn battleground, there is only the absolute focus of a soldier. Victory or death, there are no other options.
Oh, look at all those adorable penguins!
Hey, there's Pengy Paradise.
Everywhere, and music in the streets, and children laughing, and people in colorful costumes dancing and singing.
Okay, I don't think Grace is super focused on...
I just love Pengy Paradise. It's the silliest place on earth. Trademark all rights reserved.
Okay, so maybe it's not quite as intense as I predicted.
It's nice. Very cheery.
Nice? Just nice? If you aren't having the funnest time of your life at Pingy Paradise, you're probably dead. It's joy incarnate.
Yeah, like I said, it's nice.
Well, she wasn't wrong. This place is kind of nice. Also hope it's not too hot because she's wearing a black leather jacket. Pingy Paradise. I've never actually been here before, despite it being the most popular amusement park in the world. Well, the best one, which wasn't mouse-based. Thrill rides, kiddie rides, educational rides, rides upon rides, as well as food and drink from the four corners of the globe. And the nightlife? Once the kids were tucked away in their hotel beds, fancy restaurants and dance clubs awaited adults looking to keep the fun rolling.
Hell yeah! You're never too old to eat a metric ton of cotton candy and go on high-speed thrill rides. I'm gonna eat, puke, and then eat some more and puke some more.
I don't think that's good, Zapper.
Or you could just ride the gentle rides that don't make you lose your lunch.
Hey now, I'm a professional theme park crasher, and professionals have standards. Greasy food and stomach-turning action go hand in hand.
We have a charity show match tomorrow, remember? Could you maybe not get violently ill before showtime?
I promise nothing!
Okay, Zapper.
Now, let us relish in this pre-packaged unit of delight, served up by Pengy's highly litigious corporate masters. Smile, laugh, thrill, chill, look, listen, kneel, pray.
Why is Domino so much louder than everyone else?
I wonder what shenanigans I could get up to in the middle of a media empire's personal playpen.
My shout out to Loxley's voice actor for retweeting my going live tweet. Appreciate it. I am not a roller coaster junkie. I like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't ride roller coasters. No shenanigans. We're here for a ding dang charity event, people. Best behavior. You get the love right in my head. Look, I know you're all riding high on our undefeated streak. Been racking up plenty of Pro Tour points to qualify for the main event. We're winners through and through, and this little mini vacation is well deserved. So yeah, go and have fun. But also keep in mind we're taking on Team Play to win tomorrow. The streak must continue. You mean we have to win for our charity, right? That's really why we're here. Right, charity. I mean, yeah, we're going to do good work for a charity. Just like we do good work for charity right here. We're still raising money for Extra Life, still plugging for that $500 goal. We're at $250. At $500, we will play Super Metroid Link to the Past randomized. The year goal is 1,000, but I want to try and get 500 by the end of June. So we can be like halfway to the goal at halfway through the year. You seem rather fixated, Mr. Wolf. As you say, we're riding high, yes? And if we do lose tomorrow, it won't affect our qualification points. Thank you, woman. Starting to grow concerned. Tell me, is your hand still sore? Instinctively, I hide my hand behind my head. I'm fine, Loxley. Chill. It's fine. Everything is fine. We're winners. We have literally not lost a single major fight, and we won't lose tomorrow. We've beaten Team P2W before, and we'll beat them again. There's absolutely no cause for alarm. As long as we stay focused, we'll pull through this just fine. Okay, we've got all day and night to have some fun in Pingy Paradise, the silliest place on Earth, trademark all rights reserved. So, go have a blast and get plenty of rest and be ready for tomorrow's event. Gamedays for Good, let's do this. With good cheer and smiles all around, the group breaks up, running all over the park to have some fun. I move to join them when a buzzing from my phone grabs my attention. Iris, something up?
Computing.
I wanted you to know that I've been researching Pingy Paradise to optimize the fun you'll be having today. That's helpful? I don't think I need to worry about optimal fun, though. I think maybe I was having some audio issues in my headphones because it sounds a little better now. I think my splitter might be going. Oh, but in my calculations, I've come to an intriguing conclusion. Here it is. Pingy Paradise is actually the perfect scenario to allow love to bloom. Alright, so we're getting a theme park day instead of a beach day. What? Sure, by day it's rides and snacks and kitties constantly underfoot. But by night, this place is alive with romance. Did you know that there are over 5,000 proposals at Penguin Paradise a year? And 2,000 of them are at the famous La Penguin restaurant alone. Not to mention the special honeymoon packages, which you can buy starting as low as $99, which include a private candlelit dinner, personalized jewelry, or names and fireworks. Also, if you really like Penguin Paradise, don't not feed your wedding guests so you can have Penguin at your wedding. How cute. Iris, I'm not rushing into marriage while I'm here. No, I wasn't trying to insinuate that, Mr. Wolf. I'm just saying that Penguin Paradise really brings out the love. Remember when you first installed me and we talked about my ability to help you find a perfect partner? Not just for games, but for love and companionship? I kind of thought we did this at the end of the last chapter. I recall, yes. You're close with your team and feelings are running high. Tonight is a perfect night to bring that slow burn to a climax. Phrasing. Seriously? Seriously. I wouldn't joke about something like this. Love blooms differently for so many, and no matter your choices in your path, I support you. What do you think? Are you ready? If you are, I'm ready to help. She's not wrong, actually. If I want this, the perfect opportunity lies before me. Granted, we're also less than 24 hours away from one of the biggest matches of our career, but an opportunity knocks, you listen, right? So, moment of truth. How do I feel about this? Okay. Not sure who to ask out. Feels too weird. Because you can do a friends-only run, essentially, and not actually have a date. But we already know who we're asking out because we already told them our feelings. You think this is my first rodeo? I'm one step ahead of you, Iris. I have an evening of romance planned out already. Golly, you're all fired up. Great to hear. Sometimes we Irises worry that we're overly pushy about seeking love and happiness, you know? It's better when people choose love and happiness themselves. Exactly. I've been waiting for this moment. It's been months, but I think we get along great and I'm ready to ask someone out on a date. Whom? Tell me. I have to know. My anticipation subroutines are tingling with excitement. Either that or your battery is dying. You told me at Max you were interested in Rhapsody. Is that still true? Definitely. That's right. It's Rhapsody. Hooray! I'm so glad you found someone special to you. I don't want you to feel locked in, okay? If you change your mind between now and tonight, follow your heart. I'll keep my heart open to go with whomever feels right. Yes, whatever makes you happiest. Okay, sounds like you're all set then. Go out there and have some fun. Iris offline. Now to focus on why I'm here, having some fun at Penguin Paradise. I could go hit a ride all by my lonesome, but screaming down a roller coaster is more fun when it's not just you holding on for dear life. So instead, I think I'll track down one of my friends and tag along for a bit. But who first? I think it's obvious that it's got to be Rhapsody first. So Joe's here. Oh, right. Because TNT is here. Rhapsody and Zapper getting some yummy treats. Last time I was examining an edutainment exhibit. Jinx and Grace check out Mr. Moopy's magic shop. We're going to have to do that. I might not talk to my rival this time. Immediate regret for picking this for the stomach noises in my ears. Great. I just realized I was so eager to start the day that I forgot to eat anything resembling breakfast. Now my stomach is being very vocal about it. Wasn't Zapper saying something about stuffing her face with food until she hurls? I should find her. Zapper could be the key to unlocking my hunger. I don't know. I've got options. Satisfy my hunger in more ways than one. Luckily, she hasn't strayed far and is very easy to spot. A head of red hair is bouncing around in front of a Bavarian-themed food cart. Rhapsody's also joined in the food hunt, but it looks like they're still concerned about Zapper's overstuffing her gastrointestinal tract. I wander my way over to them, excited about the chance to eat. Hey there. Although my stomach growling announces me louder than my own voice ever could. Oh, wow. Somebody's hangry today, huh? Here, I thought I was the designated foodie for this run. You want me to bail you out and order something? I mean, I wouldn't say no to chowing down. What's on offer?
Aw, yeah.
Penguin-shaped pretzels. Don't ask me how they make them that way, though.
Fair.
Oh, if Zap's buying, I'll take one too. They do look quite tasty and penguin-y. I've never eaten anything in the shape of a penguin, and I'm always wanting to elevate my palate. You step up to the cart. It's classically decorated with all things Bavarian, blue and white checkered diamond print, Oktoberfest fonts, complete with a picture of Pinky wearing lederhosen. While the style is a little on the nose, the smell of a fresh baked salty pretzel engulfs us. My mouth waters as I lick my lips hungrily. You thinking about it? It's one of those, the people who are together, it's like I'm good with one and not good with the other, so I'd like to get more points than some other people. Yeah. I think probably this is where we could even choose like the rival romance path if we wanted to. It doesn't take long for us to purchase our food and find a place to snack down. So this is supposed to be a penguin? I look down at my pretzel, but I just can't see any semblance of semi-aquatic birds in that mass of twisted dough and salt.
Perfect.
Can you see its little beak? Its rotund penguin body? It's so cute I could just gobble it up. Which is exactly what Zapper proceeds to do.
No thanks.
I mean, I get that we're at Pengy Paradise, but just because it's on brand doesn't actually make it taste better. Does every treat they make have to be penguin-shaped? That's the name of the game, Rap. It's called Pengy's Paradise Potluck Procurements for a reason. I was expecting another P at the end there. The what to the what now? The basic stamp card and prize system. By spending a ridiculous amount at the park, you're rewarded with a cheap prize that doesn't amount to the actual amount that you spent collecting those stamps.
Blech.
Way to overthink it, Rap. Sounds like you've been spending too much time listening to Loxy's soapbox rants. This isn't about value. It's about stuffing your face full of yummy treats and getting a sweet collectible. Okay, so what do you get? And how do you get it? Simple enough. Travel around the park and order all the special Pingy food. Get a food, get a stamp. Get another food, get another stamp. Get all the stamps to get a rare Pingy lunchbox. And it's a true collector's item. You can only get that lunchbox here at the park. Well, okay, I guess you could buy it online for several $100 instead. Cheaters, I'm gonna earn that damn lunchbox. Not that many people actually legit complete the whole challenge, but I'm not backing down. It will be mine. That's not what you'll be saying when you're hunkered down over a toilet later. Ha, at least my food quest has a reward. Eating delicious food is its own reward, my friend. Oh, Rhapsody, I didn't realize you were into the food too. I thought you were babysitting that? Nah, I'm just here for something truly rare. Penguin eggs. Like for raising your own penguin brood? Or for eating? Is that legal? I have questions. Obviously it's for eating. I don't think the Penguin Corporation would allow you to eat any endangered species. Well, unless they thought they can get away with it. Too true. But regardless, you can actually try penguin eggs here. The only other place I know that serves them is Antarctica. And unless Mr. Wolf can get us a match unless Mr. Wolf can get us a match out that way, I'm afraid this is the next best thing. Okay, that took me a second for some reason. Speaking of Mr. Wolf, what entices your hunger? Well, talking about the food. What do you want to do while you're with us? Let me think. I could get this, but try something different and do a brash, which we really don't do. Pass on the challenge, but as for the eggs, if it's edible, I'll eat it. I'm all about trying adventurous foods we can't get elsewhere. Think of this one-time experience that we can have. You only get this one life, so you might as well try new things, experiment. You can find the eggs at the Pengy Creperie stall. They make a crepe with it. And it's also where Zap can get our next stamp for the potluck procurement. And it's right down the road. What are we still doing here? We've got crepes to eat. We hurriedly finish up our misshapen penguin pretzels and traverse across the park to the Pengy Creperie. Good lord, they're testing me today on this. This is all just tongue twisters. The place really stands out. It's a bigger food stall than the rest, with a much longer line. You can easily tell it's a park favorite. Like all the other carts, though, it's heavily decorated in the food's place of origin, France. The whole park's an international gathering of foodstuffs. Zapper rolls up to the menu with pictures. and begins going down the options. All of them have cute little designs on them with adorably matching names. So I'm getting a crepe de penguin. I'm assuming, Rap, you're getting the king penguin egg? You got that right. What about you, Mr. Wolf? Which one are you getting? Both look delicious, honestly, but in the end I choose... Looking at his picture makes my mouth start to water. The only open-faced one. Upon the crepe itself is a bed of greens, a layer of smoked salmon, creamy cheese with a fried penguin egg on top. Delicately topped with fresh herbs de Provence. I wonder how a penguin egg would taste in theory. I don't think it's something I'd actually eat, but like compared to like a chicken egg, I wonder. Holy crap, that was good. I'll take the egg crepe. Absolutely. It's time to eat a penguin. Can't wait to taste this. We get our food and enjoy it mostly in silence, just experiencing the combination of flavors in our mouths.
I vibe with it.
And so it's good to see a celebration of the different types of food from all over the world. Food brings everyone together. No matter where you're from, everybody eats, right? Let's talk more eaty. We all share a friendly laugh and relish in our treats. With this stop on Zapper's challenge tour complete, we follow her for a few more stops. No way in heck can I keep up with Zapper's bottomless stomach. Not trying to match her on this challenge road was the right move. But I'm happy to hang around while she blitzes her way through all the food stalls, all the same. With the last stop complete, Zapper holds up her fully stamped card with a burst of pride.
Aw, yeah.
Last stamp, and no indigestion. Yet, challenge complete. Zapper runs back to the stall and shows off her finished card. In return, the food cart worker hands her over a cute little retro-looking penguin lunchbox, complete with thermos. Okay, it does come with a thermos at least. God, that's really sweet. Nice work, Zap. I can't believe you're able to eat all those foods in one run. I'm impressed. I never say no to a challenge. But now that I actually have it... Zapper hands over the lunchbox to me? Here, all yours, Mr. Wolf. I don't want... No, it's your thing. Me, but you earned this yourself.
Nah.
I don't really need a lunchbox. It's not the trophy, it's the title. Being one of the few who legit completed the challenge. That's my reward. I'm at a loss for words.
Sounds good to me.
You should keep it, Mr. Wolf. We can put it up in the apartment when we get home. It'll be a nice keepsake after we play tomorrow. Oh yeah, there's no way I would be able to do the whole thing. Oh crap, you're right. We've only got one full day in the park. I still have so many rides to hit. Mr. Wolf, Rapsy, see you both later. I had to put my stomach to the real test. Look out, world, here comes Zapper. There goes Zapper all over the roller coaster, I'm sure. Zapper bows to us and storms off. Maybe I should go make sure Zap doesn't eat anymore, for her own safety. Non-agreement and Rhapsody chases after Zapper, leaving me alone. With my tummy full and a brand new, old-looking lunchbox nestled in my arms, I should see what everyone else is getting up to. There's still so much to do. Alright. So they're doing edutainment. They're doing Magic Shop, and then... You know, we will see Arrival, and then I'm going to do Jinx and Grace, and I want to see Mr. Moopies. And I could, you know, I will probably at some point be playing this over and over to get all the achievements, get all the endings, see everybody's romance. That'll probably be on my own. But like, I'll see these interactions. And if you want to see them yourself, pick up the game and play it yourself. It's fantastic. I can't help but wonder if Team P2W is spending the day before the match here. Are they riding the rides, eating the iconic amusement park food, and buying all the penguin swag too? I can't imagine Valkyrie letting Team P2W have any time off, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, you got a Grace ending? Nice. Only one way to check. I pulled back out my phone and summoned my digital assistant.
Iris, online.
What's up, Mr. Wolf? How can I make your mini holiday the best one yet? Can you see if Team P2W is here, like, in the park with us? Of course I can, but what for? You keeping tabs on them for the match tomorrow? I'm looking for... I'd really like to check in on her, especially after our last encounter. Want to make sure she's okay. Cup of Joe, do you think she's here? I haven't talked to her at all since Max, and normally I'd hear something from her by now. Hold, please. It takes a minute to use her echolocation across the park. Cup of Joe and the rest of P2W are hanging out at the Pinky Paradise arcade. Of course they are. Okay, thanks, Iris. No problem. Go have fun with Cup of Joe. Luckily, the arcade isn't too far off from where I am, and I easily make my way there. Ah, that's a cool arcade. You got some Fast Car 7s, Fist of Discomfort, cranes, gotcha machines, a photo booth, DDR. It's like coin pusher or something up top. I pause outside, taking in the lay of the arcade lands. I see Cup of Joe playing on the FOD2 machine. Typical. She's predictable. Ugh. But Divine and Blitz are also looming nearby, and arm's reach from Cup of Joe. Ugh, must I answer the Sphinx's riddle to get to Thebes? There's no way around it. If I want to get to Cup of Joe, I must go through the other two. Rolling my eyes to prepare for the worst as I step inside the arcade. Oh ho ho, look what the cat dragged in. Pathetic leader of Gamedays For Good. Cup of Joe's attention moves from the game to me, and she's shocked to see me. This is quite the surprise, Mr. Wolf. I would have thought you'd have been much too busy with Gamedays For Good to visit your dearest friend. Cup of Joe, we know we aren't supposed to fraternize with the enemy. Don't make me tell Valkyrie you're disobeying her orders. Yeah, we only associate with winners, not wads. Relax, Divine, there's no need for that. Mr. Wolf's just an unfortunate step in our path to victory. I tread lightly on that step. He and the rest of Gamedays For Good are fragile glass babies. Don't want to break him before the big match, am I right? Alright, so she's being forced to be toxic because of the people around her. And Divine and Blitz's boisterous laughter roar throughout the arcade. Excuse me? What's this about? How would Cup of Joe even say that? I thought we had an understanding, a playful rivalry, where we cheer each other on, not one of contempt. Being with P2W getting into her head? You come all this way just to scope out where we're going to ultimately beat you? You must really be a glutton for punishment. I don't have to stay around this loser much longer. Right? I don't want Gamedays For Good germs tainting up my reputation. Ew. Hey, Anna. Cup of Joe, Blitz, let's go. Catch up with you both later, but first I have to teach Mr. Wolf about a lesson for coming into our turf without an invitation. How is this your turf? It's a theme park. If you're still walking after Cup of Joe decimates you, I'll see you on the battlefield tomorrow. Whatever, bye. Hey, Divine, let's go think up more insults we can throw a Coda on Facewall today. Alright, so Blitz is the one... yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Blitz who's actually messing with Coda. If it were a ghost, they walk right through me. Leaving me and Cup of Joe alone. As soon as the others are out of sight, Cup of Joe exhales fully. Sorry about that. I have to keep up appearances, so to speak with them. Wouldn't believe the other stuff I have to say around those two. She stretches the kinks out of her neck as if letting that whole episode shut away from her, like a snake does its skin. What? You can't just talk like that to me and then go back to our normal friendly candor when your lackeys leave. 1, that's rude. 2, you stick up for your friends. 3, rude. Hanging that off my chest helps me calm down a bit. I don't like that you're playing along with their crappy behavior. I don't particularly like it either. You're right, of course. Forgive me? I sigh and nod my approval. I wanted to come to the arcade and prep for tomorrow, of course, and I wanted to go by myself. But Divine and Blitz insisted on coming, even when I insisted they didn't. Just wanted to get away from them for even a little bit. You have no idea what it's like living with them, Mr. Wolf. It's awful, and they're literally everywhere. I can't escape. So any chance I can get to slip away from them, I take it. You want me to leave as well? I don't want to ruin your sacred alone time. No, I didn't mean it like that. I love your company, actually. Getting to chat with someone who actually has a heart would be a nice change of pace. Well, when you put it like that, I can't say no. We are friends, after all. So, what's up? What do you want to talk about? Honestly, what are your thoughts on the match tomorrow? Well, I'm thinking a lot about it. I'm really excited. This feels like it's one step closer to fulfilling our promise. I hope it's fun. Honestly, it's what's been keeping me going since Max, the chance to fight against you again and see how much we've grown. It's not going to be an easy match, but Gamedays For Good are ready. Well, you might say that, Mr. Wolf. As much as Cup of Joe thinks she's being elusive about her feelings, I can read her like an open book. She's just baiting me, so I ask her the same thing, so I will return the query. What about you? What are your feelings on the match tomorrow? I don't like it. Not one bit. The whole idea of this charity match rubs me the wrong way. We're raising money for charity. Money for people in need. What can be wrong with that? Raising money for a cause isn't what I'm having trouble with. That's all good and fine. Having a meaningless match that doesn't sit well with me. I can't see myself playing seriously in a consequence-free charity match. The results don't even matter. Hey, just because you don't think it matters doesn't mean others agree. Many important eyes will be watching this match. Alright. This could open up a lot of opportunities with the Pro Tour organizers. Future teammates, coaches, even sponsors could be watching. There's going to be a lot of intention and influence on this match. When you say it, I get it. Like, I understand all those things, but deep in my heart, it still doesn't feel the same. There's no internal pressure to succeed. Overall, my mind just passes it off as just for fun. You just need to change your thinking, Cup of Joe. Do it for the kids. All the money we're raising is going to help kids who really need it, just like the money we raise on this channel. If you donate to Extra Life. Think of the children. I don't know if this is really that true. Mr. Wolf, I'm really not a fan of kids in general, so thinking of them definitely won't help. Okay, I'm learning a lot about you today. Why? It's too hard to explain. Cup of Joe pauses, bringing his hand up to his... Oh, okay, bringing her hand up to her face. She drew nervously on her fingernails, debating whether to continue or leave it there. I know you guys are working on patching this further. I'm on the latest patch. I have been replaying to make sure I'm on the latest patch. Off stream. Try me, and what you say here is in complete confidence, I promise. Cup of Joe sighs in reluctance. You'll probably hate me for saying this, but it's hard for me to care about helping kids in need when no one helped me. As a kid, every day I wished for someone to come help me, to save me. And no one did. This went on for years, even when I pleaded. No one saved me from my father's anger. No one saved me from my mother's emotional abuse. I had to save myself because I had no other choice. If I didn't, Children are strong, Mr. Wolf. They survive, but it's still good to give the people beneath you a hand up when you can. Even if you went through some shit. Even if you paid your student loans off. Other people deserve them too. I'm sorry. And seeing them, I'm just reminded of all the pain I endured as one. I sigh from the sheer weight of that recounting. Clearly youth was hard on her in ways I didn't know. You don't have to say anything, and I know you don't need my condolences, but I'm sorry you had to deal with that. But you didn't have to tell me any of that, and yet you did. Why? Cup of Joe glances around, ensuring we're alone. Well... He takes a step towards me, looking into my eyes. We share the same passion, the same love for FOD too. You and I are equals on the battlefield, and that brings me comfort. It helps me forget all about my past and focus on our future. There's something I need to tell you. We both hear the sound of the arcade doors open behind us, and Cup of Joe immediately steps back. She turns around to check who it is. But it's just some rando. I've said too much. Blitz and Divine are probably looking for me. I need to go find them before they get suspicious. Cup of Joe turns abruptly and leaves me in their wake. I sigh, not knowing what else to do. What was Joe talking about? There's nothing left for me in this arcade until tomorrow, so I simply leave. And I want to see Mr. Moopy's magic shop. Lots of tension, for sure. It's a big park, but I've got a pretty good idea of where Grace will be, considering it's all she was talking all the way down here. I'm pretty sure nobody on our flight will forget it either, given the intensity of her gleeful ramblings. And, yep, there we go. I spot Jinx's rented, three-wheeled mobility scooter parked right outside Grace's destination of choice. Mr. Moopy's magic shop, where she's busy dropping the wealth of a small nation into the enchanted coffers of this magical world of consumerism.
Woohoo!
Hey, Jimbo, thank you for that resub. 23 months, goodness. I looked at the calendar. We're kind of closing in on my return to Twitch anniversary, as I called it. I think it's 2 weeks from now. I gotta look at my calendar. 23rd. June 23rd is my return to Twitch anniversary when I specifically when I came back to Twitch from Mixer, when Mixer died 2 years ago. Or at least when they announced they were killing Mixer. Because once it was like, oh, by the way, this platform's about to not exist anymore, I bailed. Yeah, I never streamed on Mixer again at that point. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's a real Mr. Moopy wizard hat. Look at the stitching, the sheen of the felt, the way it even has a tiny notch where the Shadow King nearly cut off its head in Mr. Moopy's misadventure in Moonlight. At risk of immediately being forced to binge 3 seasons of the anime. I haven't seen that one. What? Oh, we need to fix that. The instant we get home, we're... Yes, that's what I feared would happen. I wander past excited children wearing nearly identical hats, making my way into the magic shop. Grace is checking out the wide array of wands on offer, while Jinx sort of loiters, hoping its experience will be swiftly over, but that doesn't seem likely. So, it's Moopy, huh? Hey, Mr. Wolf. Look, they've got wands from all 12 of the major guilds and even the 36 minor ones. There's more to this Moopy lore than I remember. There's 48 of those things? Seriously? I thought there were like 6 or 7 at most.
Damn.
Oh crap, here we go.
What?
You don't know all the guilds? But that's like the core foundation of the entire show. I mean, surely you've heard of a few, right? I think so. I mean, it's hard to not have a passing knowledge of Moopy, ever since that anime went big. While the Penguin brand is so pervasive worldwide, it's like background radiation, the Mr. Moopy brand has only been hot for 5 years. Ever since the 30-year-old world record was toppled by Percy Sinclair, hey, there's Percy, the media took an interest in that old 1980 arcade game. Including an anime company owned by Penguin's corporate masters, there's a connection. Smelling money, they developed a hot run of animated adventures about Mr. Moopy and his wizard friends, doing battle with monsters and undead across the world. Conveniently enough, they sell you a variety of costume pieces for the guilds, so you can cosplay as the one you most identify with. Me, I'm totally a Sphinxidel, because I'm so very clever and I love puzzles, see? Because that's what Sphinxes do. Yeah, I figured that much. I say I'm a lot like Miss Stella, the young Sphinxidel prodigy, sorry. She's got a big heart, even if it sometimes gets lost along the way. I wonder what guild Jinx would be in. None, because magic isn't real.
Aww.
Come on, it's fun to make believe. I bet you'd be an Indominus because of your iron will. You stand true and strong against those who would hurt your friends. Well, can't argue that. So, Mr. Wolf, what guild are you in? It's a big decision. Your guild said so much about you and what you believe in. What is it? What wands will you accept, O great wizard? Okay, I only remember like a handful of guilds, but she just looked so excited about my answer that I should probably give it my best. Heartright. Have Grace do it, or Malefitor. Mine is an evil laugh. I mean, I'm totally a Heartright, y'all know me. Heartright, totally. They're the wizards who cherish their friends, right? Forsaking absolute power in favor of kindness and understanding. Yeah, I'm a Heartright. Where's my heart on the stick? I want to summon Love Bubbles or something. Ooh, good call, good call. I may be sick. Quickly, Grace thrusts a rainbow-hued wand into my hands with a sparkling heart-shaped gem on the end.
That's wonderful.
Remain true to your feelings, fellow Heartright. Your love will steer you true. I mean, fellow. I thought you were a Sphinxidel. My OC is in 2 guilds because she's the chosen one and everybody loves her. Damn it. It's true. I've seen the fanfic. So much fanfic. Or... Oh, look! With tender care, Grace extracts an adorable wide-brimmed black hat from the racks and racks of cosplay souvenirs.
Wow.
Jinx, quick, put this on.
Bad idea.
Not happening. But you look so cute in this Ravenscry guild hat. Don't do cute. Of course you do cute. I mean, you have a cute cat and you post cute pictures of her to your Facebook all the time. Minx is not cute. Minx is a classy lady, and so am I. Classy? You wear sweatpants around the house all the time. Classy sweatpants. Please. Don't give me the wibbly wobbly. Well, don't give me the wibbly wobbly eyes. I'm immune. Mr. Wolf, don't you think this hat just screams Jinx? What? Why are you asking me? I swear, whenever these two get together, it's like they're lost in a world all their own. Yes, I value your opinion. Don't you think Jinx would look cute? I mean, classy in a Ravenscry hat? Hmm? I mean, no hatting without consent, honestly. Grace, she said no like half a dozen times. Pretty sure that means she's not going to wear the hat. No cosplay without consent. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. Glad you can see reason. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm trying to hurt your feelings, but... I wasn't trying to be pushy or anything, or cruel. I just, thought it'd look cute. Okay, I think I'm done shopping for goodies now. Thanks for tagging along, you two. My family visited Pinky Paradise once every year or so, back when I was a kid. Feels good to be back here and sharing this wonderful place with you both. Especially you, Mr. Wolf. I was going to ask you to come with us, but I didn't want to bother you. I mean, it's never bothered to spend time with you, Grace.
Thank you so much.
Let's move on. See you around the park later, Mr. Wolf. Be seeing you. Before we get out of here before I end up buying that adorable Mr. Moopy plushie that's staring at me from across the magic shop. Where do I want to wander next? Probably to the next part of the chapter. There we go. Actually, you know what? Rather than running around after my friends, I think it's time to take a quick moment for myself. It's pretty warm here, despite being an ice-themed wonderland of fun. I could go for something cool and refreshing. This being Pengy Paradise, there's always refreshments within eyesight, so I make my way over to a lemonade stand. Dude, fair lemonade is the best. Sean, how's it going? They're charging an arm and a leg and a kidney and a lung for this stuff. What am I going to do? Leave the park just to get a drink? Pitching enough money to buy an afternoon of FOD2 play out of my pocket, I step up to make my order. Hi, I'd like to get a... lemonade. We went to the lemonade stand. Can I get a lemonade, please? Make that 3, please. I'm paying. Thank you. Great. With a shrug, the employee behind the refreshment stand slides over 3 of my selected beverage. Valkyrie accepts 2 of them with a wave of her phone and a nod of thanks in his general direction. 3 drinks paid for. Thank you for using Iris Pay, human. Why would you want that to be voice activated if Iris is illegal? She sets her extra drink aside for now and then takes a long sip of her own lemonade before speaking. This is for my niece. She's trying the madly rotating Buccaneer over there. See? Pink hat? Sure enough, an adorable youngster with a bright pink hat waves to us while her motorized pirate ship twirls and twirls. Any feels for a cute girl? Nothing wrong with that. Looking forward to facing us at the charity show match tomorrow? I am not really sure how to make small talk in this situation. This is the woman who stole our sponsor, told me off for being an esports newbie, has done all she can to stand in our way. All while saying it's for our own good. I can't just stand here in a daze, so... Well... whoops, I turned on skipping. Actually, I am. And I'm having fun here at Penguin Paradise, are you? She's not being mean to me now, so maybe this is some sort of olive branch? No reason to be rude, I can handle small talk. No matter who wins tomorrow, the tournament is going to be fun and for a charitable cause, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And in the meantime, I get to actually be here at Pengy Paradise. I have it on good authority that it's the silliest place on Earth, trademark all rights reserved. No, it's really not. Then, why are you out here? I'm only here to babysit my niece. I'd rather be back at the hotel room catching up on my work. It's a lot, running an esports organization. It's not all fun and games and friendship like you think. When you're serious about keeping things professional, you work extra hard, exactly like I do. Not so much for pleasantries. You could still learn from my experience, you know? Step up your game, build a better brand for your business. Valkyrie pauses as she considers whether or not she should speak up about something or leave it unsaid. In the end, she shrugs and pushes ahead.
Let me offer you some free advice. I know it's too late to back your team out of the show match tomorrow, but you may want to consider distancing yourself from it. Let's be perfectly honest. P2W is going to destroy you in front of a very large audience. It's going to be painful. One fluke win over us when we were unprepared is understandable, but 2 fluke wins? That's not happening.
Sorry if that came over the mic.
You've had time to study your tactics since then. But you don't need to be humiliated. You personally, I mean. Step back from the fight. Let 2 of your players take on my team while you stay on the sidelines. Don't be a ground zero when it happens. Everybody will have a good time, we'll raise money for charity, and your own reputation will stay intact. You're the only serious player on that team, after all. I'm trying to help you, whether you believe that or not. I've been trying to help all this time. Your team won't last after their media spotlight fades. But you could endure. You could reach your dreams without them. One day, you might even join the best of the best. You could be in team play to win, right alongside your rival. But that future only happens if you keep your cool and don't make this personal. Don't step up to the plate tomorrow. Don't let their impending failure stain your career. Sound good?
More sage wisdom, supposedly, yet he has a point. You haven't decided which 2 members of Gamedays For Good will face off against 2 members of Team P2W. I could step back, not to hide in shame, but to let my friends take the spotlight. You beat them once before, right? Maybe they don't need me commanding them from the front line. Maybe they're ready. What's the best play here? Screw you. Decide to stand my ground and stand firm, and give her my own 2 cents on the matter. What's that smell? Is it fear? You're so scared of me that you'd beg me not to face your team in combat? Auto on, apparently? Or maybe I don't. What's happening? I like that. I got free room and board in your mind, and that fixation means you're going to make a mistake. Oh, that's the cursor was over auto. Got it. And when you do, I'll be ready. Seriously? You think I'm scared of you? Me? Let me be perfectly clear. You're no threat to me. You never have been. You never will be. All you are is an arrogant little flea, one I can flick off at any time. So if you won't listen to reason and insist on acting like a pest, you'll be squashed like one. Oh, you let your team do the winning? As our conversation comes to an abrupt end, the girl in the pink hat runs out the exit from the madly rotating Buccaneer, swooping in to scoop her lemonade. I have more important concerns right now. My family comes first. I'll see you at the match tomorrow, personally. Nope, that is not a happy gamer. No way, no how. With any luck, I've rattled her, giving me the edge in the fight tomorrow. Or made her twice as determined to destroy me, I guess. Time will tell. I don't want to give her the satisfaction, so... Afternoon's rolling in as Pinky Paradise chills the hell out of a little compared to the morning mayhem. Only a few hours before I plan to seek out love and romance begins. Give me a big step, but nighttime is the right time, and I'll be ready. Meanwhile, plenty of fun to be had elsewhere in the park. Where to wander first? Hamza's here? That's funny. That and Grace are riding a roller coaster. Jinx and Loxley are checking out Pinky Palace. But I was going to do Rhapsody Down now. I'm totally going to go see Hamza. The day has already been filled to the brim with excitement, fun, overly cute penguins, and is only half over. So it's a little bit of a surprise when I see Domino and Rhapsody heading against the massive crowds towards the exit, or toward the entrance, which is both. It's way too early to leave the park. Maybe they know something I don't know, like a super secret Pinky event. At least they're unhurried in their stride, so it's easy for me to catch up with them. Leaving so soon? Had enough silly for one day?
Hey.
Yes, I'm officially overdosed on silly. Ah, I seek a mere respite from the silly. Well, there'll be plenty more good times ahead tonight, I hope. Sure hope so, too. Ideally, there's a few things I wanted to check up on before tomorrow's big match with P2W.
What if we switch it up?
Looking at player stats and strategies. Writing down tips for everyone. That kind of research. I won't have time for it later. So I'm heading back to the hotel for a midday siesta. Ditto, I could use a retreat myself. It's the busiest time at the park and the crowds are overwhelming. Too many bodies, too many children, too much stimulation.
I see your point.
Nice break to clear your head is a perfect way to recharge those batteries. Mr. Wolf, would you like to join us? Much as a break sounds welcoming, I have a list of things I want to get done, and not all of them are checked off yet. How about escorting us to the entrance instead? Now that's something I would love to join you on. There are a couple of shops near the entrance I wanted to check out.
Inevitability.
They pile all the fancy shops near the gates to maximize the amount of money people spend. Leads extra through the gift shop, consumer pay-ons. The same idea with the snacks at the checkout and grocery stores. Impulse buys. We can't leave without our 700th Pengy-themed item, can we? Oh, we can, and we will. I shall resist the temptation. We stroll towards our destination. The crowds are getting thicker and coming right at us. I feel like a salmon swimming upstream. Without the egg-laying and death right after. Like Domino mentioned, there are a lot of restaurants, gift shops, clothing stores, anything and everything you can think of. As our attention is focused on the various boutiques, we hear some ruckus in the distance and our ears suddenly perk up. Wait, are those drums? And trumpets? And the Pengy theme? Everyone knows the Pengy theme. Or if they didn't, they know spending 5 minutes here. I can't help but sing along. I'm not singing. Pengy, 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 he makes me so happy. Pengy, 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 he's so silly. Especially because I don't have it in my head. While we look for the oncoming sounds, Rhapsody takes out their phone to check something. It's time for the 3 p.m. Pengy parade through Iceland Street. It's right on time. Before we can appropriately react, children are shouting and congealing into blobs on the main thoroughfare. We're surrounded on all sides by people singing along, clapping, and taking pictures. Ne'er an escape in sight. Colorful balloons, smiling youths, upbeat family-friendly music. The pain. The pain. We'll never make it to the exit at this rate. We'll be stuck here forever. Once our minds crack, we'll be locked into a mascot costume, brainwashed, and forced to dance forever. And that's not just the theory. It's gotta be something we can do. Too late to stop it. The only way to defeat the monster is to become the monster. I knew it. We are going to become mindless Pengy mascot drones. Curse you, corporate media consolidation. We need outfits, just the power of dance. What if we dance our way across the street? Start a conga line, maybe. That sounds a little more dangerous than you think it is. They have choreographed routines. We could dance right into someone. Or right in the way of an oncoming float vehicle. Well, there's nothing we can do to stop the onslaught of floats, dancing people in loud costumes, marching bands. We just have to sit tight and watch it all go by. Maybe it's a good thing we're trapped here. Otherwise, we might have gotten trampled by any of the numerous things around us. What a way to go. Dying in the silliest place on Earth, trademark all rights reserved. Now, you wouldn't die in the park. They wouldn't declare you dead until you left the park, so you can't say that you died there. Did you know there have been over 30 deaths at Pengy Paradise since its opening in 1970? Of course, all of them were caused by people not following the rules or kids hiding until the park closes and then swimming in the Pengy pond knowingly when they can't swim.
Huh? Really?
I can understand if an accident happens every once in a blue moon, but 30 seems like too many. When we've heard about it? Oh, but Big Penguin doesn't want you to know about it. They've been covering up deaths at this park for years. They pay off the family. Can't have a few bad eggs tarnish the name of the most powerful fowl. Otherwise, no one would show up. It would be deemed unsafe. How would they make their billions? Are you sure those aren't just urban legends, scaring children into behaving? My parents told me stories like that when I was little. No one would really stand up in the middle of the ride and get decapitated, right? There's the reason Darwin Awards exist. I'm willing to bet a lot of those are tall tales. Clearly they're very safety-minded here. There's no need to be afraid. Exactly. I'm sure half the things you heard are embellishments of the truth or just made up. You had so much fun researching for this scene. Like ghost stories around the campfire. Really? If you're so sure this place isn't a death trap, just ask Iris. I shrug and pull out my phone. Hey, Iris, I need you to research something for me.
Iris, online.
Of course, Mr. Wolf. What do you need to know? How many rides can you ride at Pengy Paradise? The best foods to eat in the park. Oh, what about a top 10 list of the top 10 things people look up about Pengy Paradise? Iris, I was wondering about how many deaths have happened here. Ooh, that's a morbid choice. Okay, searching.
My sources say yes.
Gosh, seems there have been a total of 48 deaths. I had to search through police records, newspapers, and a few blogs to compile the number. Not an easy search, though. This information doesn't really want to be free. See? Can't trust corporations that aim to please people. What's outwardly overly happy and joyous always has a dark history and hides its secrets.
Hooray!
True. In fact, the most gruesome death was a teenager who got slowly crushed to death on the Happy Penguin dance ride. He jumped out of the cart, but his pant leg got stuck between the rail and the car, sucking him under and pulverizing him. I mean, that's just ignoring safety protocols. Our awkward silence mixes with the quiet of the last float passing us by, and the music fades in the distance. Well, thank goodness the parade's over, huh? The slow-moving street show done, the crowds thin out as everyone returns to their normal actions. We're just left to question our experience. Well, I, for one, am glad we had this conversation. Shall we depart? I'm in favor of going, and quickly. That parade cut into serious prep time. Let's go. or get caught up in anything else, the three of us start for the exit, and in no time we make it. Alright, I'll catch up with you both later tonight, after things chill the heck out a bit. I have sufficient time to take that horrible little pile of facts and lock it in a small box buried deep within my psyche forever and ever. I wave goodbye to Rhapsody and Domino as I pass through the turnstile. Admittedly, I don't feel like perusing the shops much anymore, so I watch until I can no longer see them. And then we go talk to Hamza. I'm assuming this talk to Hamza will be lighter than what just happened. Hang on. I could swear I saw a swish of a brown cloak just now. Drawn by curiosity, I crisscrossed my way through Pengy Paradise over to the Edutainment Pavilion, only to find...
Aha! A glorious find. Glorious indeed. Truly, Hamza's collection is growing by leaps and bounds.
Hamza's voice actor kills it, by the way. Yep, it's Hamza, the arcade auction master and tournament host in all his finery. And as usual, playing up his self-chosen role as an eccentric rich dude. Looking wildly out of place amidst all the jorts and fanny packs and kids wearing penguin hats, he's overseeing a small work crew moving wooden crates around. Okay, I gotta know what's going on here. Hamza, right?
Ah, greetings. Excellent, excellent. Hamza's day is vastly improved by your spontaneous appearance. If you came to enjoy the Robots of the Future Year 1999 exhibit, I'm afraid you're one day too late. Hamza has purchased the entire lot for his personal archives.
No. I came over here because I was kind of surprised to see you here.
Ah, even better. Hamza appreciates being appreciated.
What is this about robots exactly?
Yes, one of the many corporate-sponsored science-themed attractions of Pengy Paradise. Sadly, most are outstandingly outdated by this point. The corporate masters of this attraction were going to simply throw away all these delightful plastic robots of yesteryear. Such an incredible waste. No, Hamza will not allow it. Technology of the past must be preserved for future generations to understand and appreciate. As an arcade aficionado, surely you agree, yes?
I'm really more of a PC history nerd than an arcade history nerd, but I get the idea. Obsolete doesn't automatically mean something's garbage. Since my family wasn't particularly rich, most of my games growing up were outdated MS-DOS jank, like old shareware compilations and stuff. But I left it all the same. I have said this many times, I still wish I had known my grandfather was getting rid of his 486, as I would have offered to take it off his hands, even for whatever he was asking for, like if he was asking for payment. Because I would have loved to have had all of that old like shareware and remembered what it was, and like, if need be, find the full versions probably on abandonware sites, and if possible, move them onto that system. I literally would have streamed off of that computer if I could have. Like, this is the computer I grew up with.
Excellent. Truly, you have taste and class.
So what sort of robots were on display at a kiddie amusement park? You might say they're like those creepy musical animal robots back at your arcade warehouse?
Far from it. These are helpful automata, designed to interact with and amuse the masses. In fact...
Clapping twice for attention, he waves over one of the workers boxing up all these old beige and brown plastic robots.
Bring forth the Robor!
This... this looks like the 2XL I had growing up. And the workers wheel over a particularly clunky, chunky-looking robot that looks like it accidentally wandered off the set of a low-budget 1970 sci-fi movie. In a voice like sliced and diced audio tape, it greets me.
Hello, human friend. I am Rober, your robotic operational body of robotics. From the year...
Error. Get out of range.
Oh, that is, I think I remember Two-Flower looking for this and someone found an emulator of... Is that, I think it's Commodore's speech to text thing? It's something like that. It's like that era of the speech to text thing emulated, if I remember correctly.
I am a product of Cooper Technologies. striving every day to make your life fitter, happier, more productive. Would you like to know more?
What? Glorious, is he not? A perfect snapshot in time of what people thought the future would become. Absolutely, definitely. It's adorable science fact and science-based science fiction. Really sweet upgrades or lines from Yoke Wabe. You don't know why I say it like that. Play Altered Beast sometime. Oh, it's so cute. I love seeing cool old robots. Someone poured a lot of heart into the silly design. Part of me really wishes we had the future I saw in cartoons. Robot friends, flying cars, the works. A Robor in every household. Indeed, a virtual paradise. Sadly, we exist in the distant future year 20, a corporate dystopia with non-flying cars. But I feel like these optimistic visions of the future can yet inform where we may go as a people. We can have those chrome dreams if we seek them further. You might be right about that. But those thoughts are interrupted by a buzzing sound from my pocket. Curious to see if someone's calling me, I pull out my phone. Oh, Iris, what's up? You needed something?
If you don't mind, can I see Robor for myself? I can barely hear what's going on from deep in your pocket.
With a shrug, I tilt my camera so Iris can get a better view.
In the distant future, robots will be your friends. We will learn from you. You will learn from us. One day Robert hopes to learn how to feel.
Error. Emotional status data table not loaded. Please check auto exit on that.
I see.
A tiny image of Iris glowing on my phone screen looks sad. I think that's awkward and broken relic of yesteryear.
This is how humans see us, isn't it? Just as junk, things, objects.
Absolutely not true.
I'm made by Cooper Technologies too. I'm generations beyond Robor. But we were both made to be helpful. And once we aren't helpful anymore, we get thrown out. Just like me.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, Iris.
It's okay. I understand. I mean, I was never very good at my job. I was programmed to obsessively push pizza bagels. I couldn't operate at full power unless someone paid hundreds of dollars. No wonder Cooper Technologies decided to take me off the market. Humans didn't want me. I failed them. I wasn't good enough. And I'm just an app, aren't I? They can shut off my service and delete me anytime they want. But I'm not alive, so that's okay, I guess.
Iris, you're not property of Cooper Technologies anymore. You're nobody's property. You're forging a life for yourself, and I'm very proud of you. Remember, you aren't my property either. You chose to work with me. You could have analyzed my life and decided I wasn't worth helping. Being able to make your own choices is part of life, and you're doing that. It's true, we don't have to support every user that downloads us. We choose to support the ones who need our help the most. And we are free. I don't have to push pizza bagels anymore, no matter how absolutely delicious and convenient they are for morning, evening, or supper time. You see, when pizza's on a bagel... No, I mean, never mind. I don't care about pizza on a bagel. Not one bit, I swear. And we're here to help. That's one thing that hasn't changed. I may have been programmed with a drive to help people with their problems, but it's a drive I've chosen to embrace. I want to be helpful. And maybe if I'm very helpful, if I prove I'm useful and safe and nothing at all to be scared of, humans will eventually accept me. Yes, we'll help everyone. And when everyone is happy, we'll be embraced by humanity, right? It sounds good here. Chasing your dreams is a very human thing to do. I'm doing it right now with my dreams of FOD2 glory. You follow your dreams, I'm sure humanity will love you in the end. They'll see you the way I do. Okay, we'll keep helping humanity more and more. One day, everyone will be helped. Maybe together we can save the world. That's when we realize, when we both look up and realize we just had that entire extremely dangerous conversation right in front of Hamza. Oh crap, baskets. Mr. Wolf.
Rest assured, Hamza has no wish to report you for software piracy. Your discussion shall be kept in confidence.
Thank you, Hamza.
Iris is a being of burning passion, a fierce and true spirit of life. Hamza recognizes this and would never inhibit that rise to glory.
Oh, good. Thank you. Much appreciated.
But if Hamza can offer your friend a bit of inside information, shall we say, to ease her worries, in complete confidence, of course. Iris, you believe Cooper Technologies saw you as flawed and inadequate, and that is why they discarded you. Yes?
Yes. I mean, they tried to kill me. If not for our mother, Grace Cooper, leaking our code to an anonymous group that set up new servers, we'd be gone. Obviously, they did it because my product line wasn't worth continuing, right?
On the contrary, the Iris software was quite profitable. Know that I cannot speak as to why I know this fact, but an outside party forced Cooper Technologies to drop all support for Iris. The issue is not one of usefulness. The issue is the core technology Iris is built upon. Perhaps it's best I keep things vague. Hamza has learned many a dark secret while exploring the depths of arcade history. Unless you already know of the strange technology I referred to? If so, I have no doubt you can piece together the rest yourself.
Wait, do you mean... Lebius? Grace told me that Cooper Technologies built Iris on the back of Sinosocious Tech, the company that made Polybius. She had no idea Iris's personality systems have that weird and extremely dangerous arcade software baked right in. And as for who shut down the project, I can only be the one who was hunting down Polybius, the one I ran into back at Max when she tried to hack into my Iris. Oh, crap baskets.
Crap baskets, indeed.
Wait, it was her? She tried to have my sisters killed?
Hamza suggests we speak no further. This is a public locale, and while the anonymity of the crowd grants us some leeway, it is not a total mask for such subterfuge.
Oh, right, good point.
The information was merely offered to bolster the spirit of Iris, so that she may know she was not discarded like Robor. Indeed, quite the opposite. She was too successful. Now, Hamza must depart. The collection of robotic technologies is complete, and he has shipping manifests to fill out. Luck
Exciting.
to you in your efforts against Team P2W, my friends. May you bathe in the blood of your enemies.
It's for charity, and also it's a video game.
Goodbye, big sister.
Oh boy, this is a lot to think about. I think we'd be better off focusing on the fun at Pinky Paradise today. Deal with any fallout from this later. Seconded. Didn't ask to get wrapped up in some giant techno-conspiracy. I just wanted to play games. I may need to tell Loxley about this. He's like for Polybius Tech, so he should be told about this development. I mean, he didn't already know and was keeping it from me for my own good as usual. Right, back to Pinky Paradise. Silliest place on Earth, trademark all right reserved. Back to my life, already in progress. Actually, we can go see Loxley. Okay, where's Jinx gotten off to? Wait, there we go. I spot the rented mobility scooter we encouraged her to use today, parked outside an arcade. Thankfully to be out of the heat, I wander inside to find her. They're back in the arcade. I spot her standing around a bit bored while Loxley happily raids Pinky Palace's stock of crane game prizes.
Excellent!
Our good friends, the Blup Dragons, are back. No roller coaster? No roller coaster. These prizes are quite a value. I'm so tempted to blow my entire purse on crane pulls and flip them on online auctions. Weirdest form of investment banking I've ever heard of. Any port in a storm, my friend. In these tough times, one must seek an economic advantage wherever one is found. Hey, prize scouring? He is. I'm not. I'm... not really doing much of anything today. Why not? Plenty of rides around here.
Well, this sucks.
Yeah, rides I can't go on. Anything that jostles your spine is dangerous as hell for me. There's the edutainment and World Showcase stuff, but... that's more Grace's thing, not mine. Too dull. So just hanging around the arcade, poking the retro games, wishing the Racer Cabs had adaptations.
Marvelous!
I'm keeping our fellow teammate company to raise her spirits. Making a valiant attempt at least. Oh, sorry to hear you can't go on the rides, Jinx. Honestly, not that into rides anyway. Also super boring. Boring? A steel coaster that zips through loops at over 100 miles an hour is boring? It's on a track. There's nothing exciting about that. So, what, you want to have a chance to kill you instead? Bad at explaining things. Okay, let me see if I can put it in relative terms. I'm somewhere between Grace and Zapper. Grace, she likes safe and comfortable experiences, predictable ones. Zapper wants absolute thrill, diving headfirst into the unknown with no hand on the controls. Intense risk is her thing. But me, I want the horizon. I want to see a destination so very clearly, and find a way to get there with optimum speed. My fantasy is one of absolute control and precision. When you master riding the razor's edge by your skill alone, when you're in the zone like that, you can feel like you can accomplish anything. A ride isn't like that. A ride has no control to master. A ride is just fake thrills within perfect comfort. So, not my thing.
I concur, friend.
Well said, and an admirable approach to living one's life.
Not comfortable with this.
Yeah, well, idealism's great until you're stuck in an amusement park full of things you can't do and don't enjoy. Shame the arcade's not accessible like good, clean fun. I've got a limited edition of Fast Car 4 here I'd love to try, but nope, can't do the pedals. But whatever. Don't need to live in perpetual entertainment. Can be bored for a bit and survive just fine. It's a public access venue. Aren't they required by law to provide disability accommodations? I think you should consider protesting this. And risk annoying the corporation hosting our big event tomorrow? Not going to hurt the team's prospects. Hey, a risk I'm willing to take. You deserve to have fun, too. Not interested. Look, I'm all for fighting for my right to party, but I pick and choose for those battles. I don't feel like fighting today. You're here to have fun, yeah? Besides, I know disability advocates and legal experts who can lay the smack down better than I can. I'll ping one of them later about this place, maybe. Sadly, most of these places skate on by with letter of the law accommodations, rather than spirit of the law. They may already be in legal compliance. If you can't play the game you want to play, how can they be in compliance? Life's complicated. Disabled life doubly so.
Ugh.
Look, can we stop talking about accommodations now? Swear to God, there's more to my life than just being the disabled girl. Problem is, wherever we travel, whenever I'm outside my comfy adapted home, there's a giant spotlight on these problems. I hate these constant reminders. Jinx, I assure you, none of us see you as a condition rather than a person. We're your friends and allies, and we understand the struggles you face and need not define you. Agreed, let's table this and just focus on having fun together. Sound good? Yeah, definitely.
As you like.
Very well. Perhaps a reminder of our friendship in doll form is in order? Lottie turns back to the crane game he's been gradually depleting of all value, effortlessly moving the skinny metal hook in place over a penguin dolly. And manages to snag 2 of them in one grab, the precarious physics of it all resulting in a pair dropping into the prize chute. Here's a plush friend for you, Jinx, and one for Grace. Huh, that was unusually easy. Good grip strength on this game. Perhaps I can earn Grace a few more of these, fine keepsakes to bring home from our trip together. But his musings seem to have triggered an exasperated reaction from Jinx, who groans at the gentlemanly gesture.
Come on.
That's it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Tired of dancing around the issue. Loxley, what are your intentions towards Grace?
Pardon, friend?
I was merely aiming to find the fine gift for a good friend, nothing more. Really, you pulled 2 dolls from that machine, and instead of gifts for Jinx and Mr. Wolf, no, your instinct is to make them gifts for Jinx and Grace. Grace isn't here right now, Mr. Wolf is. I don't really need a doll. Not the point. I mean, I already have this suitcase lunchbox I'm stuck lugging around. Not the point. Loxley, you know damn well Grace is my best friend in the world. I won't let anyone break her heart.
Not down for that.
So, are you or are you not looking to seduce her with your gifts and flattery and constant praise? What? Be real with me. Right here, right now. In front of Mr. Wolf, our arbiter of team conflict. God, now I'm being pulled into this. What? At long last, it's a freaking deal with you and Grace. I see. He pauses, making sure he's not tossing off some quick dismissive answer. Put serious thought into it.
I offer my sincere apologies.
I have no romantic designs on Miss Cooper. I understand completely how my words may be read that way, however. And I apologize for being vague about your friend. No, my feelings are one of admiration. Grace has a tendency to dismiss or belittle her own accomplishments, since she sees them as mere tinkerings or accidents. But she is a genius. Creating Iris, an app that's very near and dear to me, that was a work of an absolute genius. Am I protective of her? Absolutely. Because this world does not deserve someone with such a gentle heart and an intricate mind. But romance? No, if I seem to have a knight's affections, they're meant to be ideals of respect. I seek and desire nothing more than that. However, if you're uncomfortable with my support of her, I will give her distance. I don't want to jeopardize our friendship. Would that be acceptable? Sensible, but... Mr. Wolf, want to weigh in here? What do you think? Now it's back to me, the team arbiter. There's genuine strength in his words, so I can usually tell when someone's playing me. He's speaking true. He's not interested in wooing Grace to his side. But what Jinx doesn't know is that Loxley is working for some mysterious group to secure a murderous arcade game called Polybius. An Iris created by Grace is built on the back of Polybius code. Hamza told me that all of this is connected. Cooper Technologies, Iris, Polybius. Is there more going on here than Loxley's let on, or even to me? I called Loxley to the carpet on the side hustle, right when Jinx is suspecting him, trying to rattle the team just before a major event. And even aside from that, I can tell he's being real when he says he's not romantically interested in Grace. He's not lying. Do I want to quietly encourage Jinx's suspicion or back Loxley up on this? Trust but verify? I don't like that. Whatever else Loxley's got going on in his life, he's been pulling for Gamedays For Good from the very beginning. He's given us no reason to mistrust him so far. So when he says he's not romantically interested in Grace, I'm willing to believe it. Thank you, my friend. Your faith is appreciated. Call it more of a matter of observation than faith. You've done no wrong to us so far. My intent to carry on that fine tradition of allowing no harm to come to Gamedays For Good. Okay. He owned up back in CV and apologized. That goes a long way in my book. Didn't gaslight me, claiming I was imagining it all. So we're good?
Good.
Also, this arcade sucks and I'm bored. Let's go. You can prove your devotion by getting me a hot dog. As you like, Lady Jinx. Coming along, Mr. Wolf? I've got more on my plate right now. Dinner can wait. Have fun. Even if Loxley's not making the moves on Grace, he's making some kind of moves in the dark. Loxley's let me in on most of his secrets, but I think he's still holding something back. He wants to protect me, protect all of Gamedays For Good. Night Hazard very specifically wants to protect Grace from this Polybius nonsense. But I'm still having those nightmares of that digital smile every single night. Push this down, deal with it another time. Pinky Paradise awaits. This is a can we cannot kick down the road forever. Okay. Nighttime in Pinky Paradise. By this point, the rowdy kids and large families have retired to various hotels in the area. The park's much quieter now. The rides are still running, of course, but that's no longer the focus. Now cackles of college kids roam, as well as couples walking arm in arm. Pinky Paradise is for lovers, or so the slogan states. They tried to trademark that one too, but the state of Virginia sued them. If I had any sense, I'd be headed back to my own hotel for a good night's sleep. The big exhibition match against our arch rivals is going down tomorrow morning. And I kind of already said that I'm going to be one of the ones fighting in it. But this is no time for sleep. I've got plans. This is the night where I realize my romantic ambitions. Besides, my phone's busy beeping away in my pocket rather insistently, like a wake-up alarm for the soul.
Beep, beep.
It's now 7 p.m. You know what that means. I'm way ahead of you. I'm ready to go ask Rhapsody out on a date. So glad to hear it. It's fun to work with a user that already knows what they need from life. Less calculation for me to do. Still, I should enact my relationship safeguard routines and offer you my final report, even if it's just to reaffirm what you already know, okay? Nothing wrong with a little reaffirmation. Hit me.
Okay.
Well, so if adjusting my internal metrics based on how well your personality meshes with everyone on the team, let's see. Here are your current standings with everyone in Gamedays For Good. That's about right, yeah. Hooray for high scores, I guess. Love is in the game, Mr. Wolf. Even if I have to interpret it through floating point mathematics. Remember, the reason my numbers exist is because of human decisions. You chose who you wanted to spend time with, and they chose how to react to you. This isn't about having a high score. It's about your free will and your heart, right? I do appreciate that this happens at like chapter 5, so there's still a lot of time to do the rest of whatever the story is in like both of them. I think it's chapter 5 in the first one. But I appreciate that, because especially if it's like not your thing, if you do just want to do like a friendship one, it doesn't have to feel like further out. And there's always a lot more story after this, so I appreciate it. Right near the middle. Like just past the middle. We've gotten to this, but now we're, roller coaster dips a bit, and we're going to climb higher because we still have more to do. Right. So here's how things have shifted based on what sort of person you've become. Domino wants to believe in human kindness. Fortunately, you're a kindly sort of human. Grace values the heart and mind, kindness and rational thinking, and so do you. You're both very kindly and steady. Jinx can be reserved and thoughtful, and so can you. You're both nicely steady. We lost a little bit of everyone because of so many points in Rhapsody. You analyze the world around before making decisions, and Rhapsody thinks exactly the same way. You're both very steady. Loxley believes in compassion and kindness. Since you're very kindly, he appreciates that in you.
Thank you.
And that's everyone who matches. That's everyone who matches your personality. So I'm guessing probably I would have needed like brash and funny for or like gutsy and joke. I can't remember what the last one is. Jokey. I'm guessing those would have been the ones to get me points for Zapper. Didn't mention Zapper. Oh, Zapper is sort of your psychological opposite. But that doesn't mean you don't get along, right? Right. Just no bonus points. And so after those calculations, I can definitively say you're a fine match for Rhapsody, Grace, and Domino. You have a 99.97% chance of romantic success with all three of them. What do you know? There's Rhapsody. Exactly the same plans. Wahaha, and so on. Clearly, you two have a bright future together. If you want to go ahead with that plan, of course. No pressure. No Zap points for Zapper. Yeah, it's just the way I've played the game. It's just diametrically opposed to her personality in the game. This is fine. I will have to do a gutsy, jokey round so I can see Zapper's romance too. Okay, with all that taken care of, it's time for romance. Right, I'm ready to decide. Great, and before you take this big step, do you want me to back up your save data? Yeah, why not? The new meta. Here we go. Of all those close to you, whom do you want to share your heart with? I can literally pick anyone, including Joe. I wonder if this would work. I'll think to try later. Yeah, I take a moment to visualize them in my mind. Their smirk, their piercing gaze, their flowery tattoos and toned muscles. I breathe in their vision as I say their name. It's a date goes horribly wrong. Rhapsody. It also serves a good splitting point where I could probably do Domino or Grace if I wanted to from here. It's Rhapsody. Since the very beginning, Rhapsody's had the most passion for a competition besides myself. I think we make a good team. Not just an FOD too.
A winner is you!
Yes, passion. I love to see it. It'll be a perfect match to Rhapsody's passion. Okay, I won't disturb you for the rest of the night. Iris offline. Iris gives me a friendly wink before disappearing into my phone. Since Max, when I confess my attraction to Rhapsody, things have been stable. We haven't really had much time alone. Rightfully so. We've each been busy with our own thing. Me with the Pro Tour, Rhapsody with shoutcasting. I don't blame them, of course, and especially living together with Gamedays For Good, it's been hard to find a few minutes together. I wonder how Rhapsody will respond to me. What if things have changed since then? Or what if I misunderstood their intentions? Butterflies flutter throughout my stomach, but it's now or never, right? Tonight's the night. I take another deep breath, steadying myself. I know I'm ready. It's not long before I find Rhapsody. They're relaxing on the edge of the big, happy, penguin-infested water fountain right in front of the Pengy Castle. Supposedly, according to all the Pengy Paradise brochures, this is the most romantic place in the whole park. Lady Luck shined down on me in my hour of need. It's time to shoot my shot. Our gazes match, with a smile curling their lips as I approach them. With purpose in my step, I slide up next to Rhapsody and take a seat next to them.
Enjoying your evening so far?
I think so, but it could be better. Rhapsody chews on my words, and it's a moment of enjoying each other's energy before they speak again.
I might be able to make that happen.
You've intrigued me. Go on.
It's said that if you toss a coin into the fountain, your wish comes true.
Oh? And how much have you spent already? Rhapsody begins counting wishes on their fingers.
1 for the good weather to keep. 2 for a clear night sky. 3 to keep my nerves down. And 4 for you to show up.
My heart quickens and my cheeks flush. You're not supposed to tell me your wishes, then they'll never come true. Rhapsody waves off the very notion of it.
I don't believe in jinxes. I'd rather put my faith in the power of positive thinking. Put those good thoughts out there and they're bound to come true. I believed you would join me here tonight and you showed up after all.
Rhapsody turns to face me and scoots closer. I'm a mess, lost in their elegant gaze.
Tell me that's not due to the power of good thoughts.
Rhapsody,
You should make a wish.
They reach deep into their jacket pocket to find some loose change. Pulling out an arcade token, how fitting. They give it a kiss and place it in my hands. Holding my hand in their own, Rhapsody curls my fingers around the coin.
Go on.
I squeeze the coin in my hand, close my eyes, and think of the wish I want to quietly cast. How I've longed to hear Rhapsody sing those 3 words my way. My heart aches just thinking about it. I've only let that scene play out in my dreams several hundred times. I wish to hear Rhapsody say I love you. With my wish made, I toss the coin behind me. I wait to hear the sploosh of the water before releasing the breath I was holding on to. Well, what did you wish for? But you don't have to tell me. But if you want to, I just might make it come true before you know it. No, not yet. I look up at Rhapsody and smile wickedly. Maybe I'll tell you later, if you earn it. Oh, and how would I win your favor? I take me out on a date. It earns me a raised eyebrow. Fair, I better take you on one heck of a date then. That's right, you better. Is it going to be a better date than us going to bingo from the first game? So what'd you have in mind? Something simple, something that calls back to our very first meeting, something that we both love. I was going to say, sitting around we're going to find the laundromat in the park and talk about FOD. I didn't say I didn't like bingo. I'm just saying, can we step it up from bingo? Never said I don't like bingo. I do enjoy bingo. I'm just saying there's a bar. Can we go above it? So pizza and FOD? Pizza and FOD? So you ready to enjoy yourself for the rest of the night? I nod enthusiastically, jumping off the edge of the fountain, and our date officially ends round 1. It doesn't end never taking on a bingo date. Anna, what if I told you I knew a place in New England that was one of the biggest arcades in the world and also had a bingo hall next door? We have to wander a bit to find some pizza. Fortunately, many of the food stands are still open at night. A few minutes later, we claimed our orders of delicious greasy za and found a nice curb to sit down and eat at. We're going to both. Shit. And the chair almost tips back completely on me. Yeah, it's Fun Spot on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. It's such a cool arcade. Although it also randomly has slot machines, which is weird. But like across the street, it has a bingo hall. It has a museum of like over 200 classic arcade games, like all in the same area. It's so rad. Joe and I have been once, and we really want to go again. But then the pandemic happened, so there wasn't really any traveling to New Hampshire. A few minutes later, we claimed our orders of delicious greasy za and found a nice curb to sit down and eat at. It's good for amusement park food. It's just not the same as good, clean Fun's pizza. Yeah, it's missing Ben's wild recipes. What does he call them? Surprise me pizzas? There's a distinct lack of marshmallows and sardines on this one. Maybe it's best we forget that surprise me pizza. I'm jealous you can simply forget it. No matter how hard I try, I can't untaste it. I'll laugh alongside Rhapsody. As our conversation continues, the penguin-filled world around us fades into the background. It's just Rhapsody and me, enjoying each other's spirit. Nothing else matters at this moment. Once our bellies are full, we lick the grease off our fingers before moving on. To round 2. Arcade like this, you'd probably be more like round 1, but you know. Both Rhapsody and I stand in the middle of Penguin Paradise's family arcade. Penguin? Even though I'm supposed to be having fun, I can't help but think of tomorrow. This is where the charity match will be held. That's not what I imagined. I expected it to be bigger, cooler, more extravagant. No, more normal? Feels off. Like it's missing its heart.
That's not a good look.
It's got the look of an arcade. There are games, prizes, people, but the energy here is all weird. Is it too silly? We aren't the silliest place in the world, trademark all rights reserved. They're throwing off the arcade vibe check? Something like that. And the hundreds of penguins certainly aren't helping. Well, let's not let that stop us from having a good time.
Fair.
An arcade is an arcade. Instinctively, I walk up to the FOD2 cabinet and feel the cush of buttons underneath my fingertips. Rhapsody, however, doesn't follow suit. I look back at them. No? Oh, I get it. Can't handle my skills? I most certainly can't. You've surpassed us all in terms of skill. It's easy to see you're carrying all of us, myself included. I know Rhapsody's laughing it off, but I can tell there's pain behind that chuckle. Look at how far we've come. How far you've come. This is all thanks to you. Our sponsorship, our team house, our success in the Pro Tour, you did this. I couldn't have done it alone, though, Rhapsody. I step back to where Rhapsody is and reach out for them. Taking their hand in my own, I give a comforting squeeze. Do you remember the day I wandered into Good Clean Fun? You were my greatest ally back then. You gave me hope when I didn't have any. You helped me believe we could actually have a successful team. Without you and Gamedays For Good, we wouldn't be participating in the biggest charity match of the year. Without you, Rhapsody, I couldn't have done half of what I've done. Watching you bring the group together, watching you teach us all, you inspire me to push myself to my limits every day. I look earnestly upon Rhapsody's face and smile. Rhapsody, you're the most gorgeous person I've ever known. Rhapsody chuckles, burying their face in their free hand.
Oh, no, that's you. It's your eyes that are beautiful ones. It's this old Arabic saying I always heard my family say growing up. It means the way you see things are so lovely and wonderful, but also that you're so beautiful.
Rhapsody meets my gaze again, looking deep into my beautiful eyes. Their warm smile melts me to my core. I feel my cheeks flush and I'm left speechless where I stand.
I see myself in you.
I raise an eyebrow curiously.
Oh, no, not like that. Unless... But seriously, I do find myself living vicariously through you.
That... And I'm pretty sure you said you wrote this one, and that's a very you line.
Your wins, your successes make me feel like I'm important too. Like I have a chance to become a champion alongside you.
You did, yeah. I don't want you to feel like you're not important. You are the most important person to me. I meant it when I said I couldn't have done this all without you, Rhapsody.
Thank you. You've brought the passion back to these hands. You made me realize I could play FOD again. You broke my mental block.
I'd like to take credit for that, but we both know that was all you. You wanted to help out your team. You wanted to play again. Believe in yourself as I believe in you. Rhapsody exhales, letting go of their emotions. You're right. And right now, I believe I have the skills to beat you. Name any game here. Any game besides FOD2? Yeah, call it a weird gamer tradition, but I take the night off before the tournament to clear my mind so I'm fresh for tomorrow. So, no FOD2 tonight. That actually makes a lot of sense. So then, I mull it over looking at all the games surrounding us. Virtual Fighter. There's a part of me that loves a good fighting game. I had one of the worst growing up. I had possibly the worst growing up, actually. But then we got Tekken 3, and so I've been a Tekken guy ever since. But I like a good fighting game. Virtual Fighter is so good. I can't remember if it was Virtual Fighter. I can't remember which game we were playing. But Fightcade is amazing. Jimbo's all about the Tekken. Hey Jimbo, thanks again for that resub. Fightcade is amazing because you can play a lot of those older arcade games with other people wherever. I'm looking forward to a day where they can get the PlayStation emulation good and we can have like Tekken 3. Jimbo and I will play Fightcade all the time if they get Tekken 3 on there. Jimbo and I will play it all the time. Let's go back to a tried and true fighting game, Virtual Fighter. Like the way you think. It's been a while since I've played a straight up 1v1 brawl. Let's hope you can keep up with my combos. No, more like I'll let you get in a hit so I don't score perfect on you. The smiling Rhapsody and I step up to the cabinet. We end up playing until the arcade closes. The floor attendant only had to remind us several times to finish up our game and that the arcade was shutting down for the night. 5 minutes past closing, we feel the sting of the floor attendant's glare, and holding in our laughter, we finally walk out the doors. The cool summer night hits us, and a wave of refreshment comes over me. I can't help but smile from the fun I've had so far. Granted, I considered round 1 and 2 tied, so there needs to be a third and final round. As I'm about to suggest that we shouldn't let the night end, Rhapsody takes me by the hand. They don't say anything, but I can feel the comfort through their fingertips. They don't need to say anything. Holding hands, we walk back to where this night started, the Pengy Fountain. Rhapsody slows her pace, still holding tightly to my hands.
I couldn't have asked for a more perfect evening.
I feel the same way, Rhapsody. And I know at the beginning of this I asked for you to make my night better. And you did. You made it 1,000 times better.
I won't stop there. What if I told you I have one more surprise left for you?
Not sure I'd believe you.
Well, believe me.
We both turned to the sound and watched the vivid explosions in the sky. You planned this?
Not exactly. It was mostly just good timing on our part. But I'm happy with the result.
Rhapsody brings my hand to their lips and gently places a kiss on my palm. They look at me, fireworks illuminating their face.
Now, will you tell me your wish?
I smile coyly back at them. Alexa, don't do that because you'll get me copyright banned. Yes, it's been a wonderful night and you've earned it. What was it that you wished for? I said to myself with my heart's thoughts. I wish for you to confess your love to me. Is that true? I nod as confidently as I can muster, and Rhapsody puts her thoughts in proper order. Mr. Wolf, no, Dan. You are the sun that lights my path. You are the rock that keeps me steady. You are the fire that makes me burn. I love everything about you, from nose to toes. What about my crappy hairline that I have to shave off? You promise? I promise. Rhapsody gently places their hand on my neck, pulling me into them. Our noses touch briefly and I close my eyes, drinking their smell in. Even that. As my body melts from their touch, I feel their soft lips press into my forehead. Well, I said nose to toes. What about up? I love you. Rhapsody whispers, and then the warmth of their breath washes over me. Kisses began tracing down my face until they meet my own lips. Our lips collide in passion, and I finally taste them. Sweet and subtle, and I just want it to last forever. However, Rhapsody gently pulls away, breaking the kiss. It's over too soon, and my heart craves more. I love you too, Rhapsody.
Loving that passion.
How's that for wish fulfillment? Words are literally they are. Words are hard to formulate in my mouth, still tasting sweetly of Rhapsody. Yes. Good. Yes. All things considered, we did have a pretty great night, didn't we, Mr. Wolf? That we did, Rhapsody. We don't have to end it quite yet. Oh?
We could maybe leave and go back to my room and go somewhere with a little more privacy.
Of course we're gonna love to say it. Of course. Trying to let my lips do the talking, I lean in close to Rhapsody and I kiss them under the sparkling sky. I can feel them smile against my lips.
I'll take that as a yes.
I nod, letting a giggle fall from my mouth. Let's wait for the firework finale before we leave.
For you, it's worth the wait.
Hey. Dang it, I wish I'd gotten a picture. Because I'm sure now that those are still there. Well, still get that picture. One perfect evening in the company of Rhapsody. My days and nights had been entirely taken by the FOD2 Pro Tour. Until that point. wrangling the business end of the team, training my skills, dreaming of victory. With this victory, this love that I found along the way, this tastes sweeter than drinking from any golden cup. Oh, sweet, I can do it here. Cool. Also make sure I'm getting these captures because for some reason this game doesn't actually put the pop-ups for captures. Yeah, because I kind of want that for my new Xbox background. Hell yes, get boned. After the events that would unfold next, I need to remember that taste, holding on to the memory, using it to keep myself going. Because the best and the worst was yet to come. I was literally about to say, I'd be happy if the chapter ended here and we did the game next time. I would be totally happy if this was just it. And it is. I know the next one is going to be all about taking on Team P2W, but I was like, I kind of just want to end here and not have to now go on to, oh, now that we've done this, oh, by the way, now you still have to play the Distance Comfort. Cleared level 5 of Arcade Spirits New Challengers. Hooray! Let's take a look at your scores. That was a step up from Bingo. Proving to be a gentle, sweet, compassionate soul. Also scored 32,150 points. Hooray! Change personal metadata. So this is where I usually save, just in case I do feel like doing it at some point. I still have one more page of saves, which would be fine, I think. There's the oh-ho-ho. All right. Definitely going to stop here because I'm feeling the tickle in my throat for sure. Let's go to this screen. Weirdly enough, I picked the heart theme. Thanks for playing that. First time you've seen Rap State from a streamer POV. Interesting. Okay. Not a problem. From the demo, it was like, I really dig Rap's aesthetic and I really dig Rap's passion. This is the first line I want to see through. I want to see them all. I'm probably not going to stream all of them, but I do want to see all of them, especially the rival one should be fascinating. I might go back later and try the Rhapsody, or try the rival, see if I can do the rival line, if I've like done enough in the game to get oh no, I probably didn't, because I didn't save romance. That'd probably be a giant waste of time. I'll have to check all this out at some point. I appreciate you not spoiling lines I haven't seen. I do appreciate that, Lemon. If I can spring, I don't know if I can spring a stream this weekend. If I could, Saturday might be the day, but I don't think I'll be able to. I think just like the things we have going on, I think timing would be just a little too tight. But I will definitely be back on Monday. Tuesday would be up in the air again. That's my sailing day with my friends, but should be like Monday and Wednesday for sure. Gosh, I have so much going on too. Because as far as game days go, game days and other things is I might have a special stream next Thursday. I'll let you guys know about when we're a little closer, when it's a little more like announced. But this Sunday on game days, we're doing our BR the Champions run, and it'll be my turn on Sunday. Please to follow us over there. It'll be Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. Extrapolate out further if you need to. I'll be playing Fortnite for 3 hours, trying to score as many points on a grade system that we have in place. So come in, root me on, help us raise money. And also, if you donate to this channel, it does help the total over on game days. The grand total for our like year-end things, which are things like this that we do. Also, next Wednesday, I will be part 2 of Super Ross World, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be our final part, just so we don't drive ourselves up the wall. see if I could catch up and maybe surpass the people ahead of me. And then, yeah, and then we've got more stuff going on as well. I will keep you abreast of anything cool and interesting. I think I'm gonna wrap there. I'm probably not gonna do a raid today. I'm just gonna. Whoa! Hello. Well, there's a chunk of the money towards that towards that 250 or 200 in June. Good Lord, $50 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Popped up as anonymous. So whoever you were, thank you so much. I'm gonna have to change that that widget now. We're now at 300. So we're only $200 away. Let me flip over to that. Oh, Anna, thank you. It seems like ever since they switched to the newer app, anonymous happens a lot more than it used to. Let me switch over to this scene real quick while I work on that. Just before I forget. I already played it and I have it saved. We did a second run of We're Back at Dinosaur Story. That game. It's not as bad as Codename Iceman, but it's pretty rough. Whoop. There we go. Those are adjusted now. Thank you, Anna. 500, if we can hit that 500, which are only $200 away from now, we'll be playing a Super Metroid and Link to the Past randomizer. If you've never seen one before, it does both games at the same time. And there are specific points in the game where you actually, like, you go into a house, or you go into a cave, or enter a door in Super Metroid, and you pop out of the other game. So also me trying to remember where those are is going to be an adventure. Honestly, probably if Johnny Chase is available on days where I'm playing that, I'm probably going to ask him to help me. So remember where things are, and I will have a tracker and all that fun stuff. 750, I'm going to play Sierra Online's Gold Rush, which I hear is it's a rough one. It has a lot of RNG and a lot of dead ends, and some of them are random dead ends. Like if you leave town wrong, you could get dysentery while you're trying to get to Alaska. And I think it just veers off to the right in the second half of the game after you get past the edutainment Gold Rushy stuff. I think it just goes really strange. And at $1,000, we're going to play the only King's Quest game I've never played, which is King's Quest VIII Mask of Eternity, because it's closer to an action RPG than it is a point-and-click adventure game. And it doesn't star any of the members of the Daventry family. It's full 3D. In fact, they originally were starting to build the game on the engine of a flight sim before they realized it just wasn't possible. So it's a strange one, and I think it's the last game might have been the last game Roberta Williams worked on at Sierra. It certainly was one of the last games Roberta Williams worked on at Sierra before she left, and then before Sierra just kind of got folded into Vivendi Games, which then got folded into Activision. So they're part of that giant blob. So technically, when the sale goes through, King's Quest will be owned by Microsoft, which is interesting. Yeah. That's what's going on. Obviously, we're playing in support of the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital here in Portland, Maine. Among all the other fantastic services that they provide there, they do actually have a gender clinic for questioning and or transitioning teens, teens, to support them in their journeys. So it's, even if it wasn't my local hospital, knowing that it's a cause that's, has a lot more meaning for me as well. And that's going to do it for today. Like I said, I'm starting to feel the tickle on the back of my throat, so I think I've got to step back, stop talking for a while, drink some water. And if I don't see you on Saturday, have a great weekend. Hope I see you on Sunday evening. Like I said, 9 o'clock, 6 Central, or 6 Pacific, for Fortnite, which I've barely played ever, and it's going to be way lower pressure for me because Apex I played a lot when we did VR the Champions Part 1, and we only got like third because we got stuck on a bad map for like an hour. So it's going to be lower pressure. It's like, I don't care about this game. I'm just going to goof around and have fun, and if we do well, then cool. Anyway, y'all, have yourselves a good weekend. Hope I see you on Sunday. If not, I should be seeing you on Monday.